I just want to do a quick video, right quick, just bitten. I'm thinking to myself about the situation with my grandmother. Deep down, I know it's not her fault, but the fact is that she gave over her free will. You see, understand is that once you hear about what this program does to people and what happens when you're in, you get a fear, right? And and the thing about it is that um when you see these people are on time about things like everything a targeted individual is doing, for example, in order to do the job, do the job correctly, you gotta follow certain instructions. And then when the instructions to the T, like, or he about to come out the room, or he about to do this, or he about to go outside, and then it's happening, all because they reading his mind too, that would install fear. But understand, even though things was going on, it wasn't always like how I feel the way I feel about the situation with her. It became to a point to where I was illegally put in a psych ward. Not even for this exactly, not even for saying anything. It was basically me having a knife in a car, and I'm outside of my car. But since the people was aware I had a knife in my car, they basically had me up outside of the house. Police just pulled up on me and had me up outside the house. And due to the fact that I had passed by them earlier or whatever. But the thing about it was that I'm at home in front of the house standing up, and they just came on me, and one of them just grabbed me, and then I just started putting away. Then all of a sudden you had like 7 guys out the blue, 7 to 8 white officers just hacked me up. So they put me in a psych ward, and this let's say in January I finally got the papers, and this happened back in February 2019. I finally got the paperwork for it, and what they said didn't make no sense. And basically, the case of me resisting arrest and them putting me in a mental institution, they gave me that court date like a week later, in which they kept me for 12 days, so I didn't even go to court for that, which means that they illegally kept me into a mental institution. And all of this just for to keep me trying to control my mind. They thought I was gonna go give in. And this time I learned so many tactics. Like when I was in the place, and this place was at University Medical New Orleans, and then all they did was just gaslight me and gaslight me and trying to drive me crazy. It's to the part to where all I had to do was say nothing, and they had nothing. And from what they put on the paperwork, it made a doctor look ignorant, you know. And doctor just saying bits and pieces of what I say to make me look bad, but none of it really was significant to hold me for 12 days. And then it was contradictions saying that I was calm the whole time, and they forced me medication, and it just was just so much. Let's say that if I get a lawyer, I could sue them. And that's the thing about being targeted. Like when targeting over it, they want to bring you to the fold, right? Because you gotta understand that the proof you have against them. And this is why they don't want you to have proof, because when they're talking it over, they can leave you alone. You gotta understand this is that when these doctors and these police officers they sign the paperwork on being in on it, they take risks as if like they could get caught. It's a risk. And if you get caught up, you know, the group will take care of you, but at the same time, you cannot write out that the group did it. They go, but what the group will go do, the people, the ops, what they're gonna do is make sure that it don't blow up too big. Trying to settle it out of court. But yeah, after I came from there, that's when she started to gaslight me. I was in a program, to my knowledge, about over a year and a half. It was I kind of found out it was longer, but a year and a half, and then she started gaslighting me after that. And that's when I decided that she made that choice. She made a choice to do what she did. She made a choice to sit there and wanna not talk about the like around. It became more of like from therapy to like it's like she came from the grandmother to the wolf to the wolf. So now, even though I think back on it, she was in on it then. But her role was just to support me and got me in close, and what she did. Only thing about it was she wasn't really asking much of me, and she wasn't asking much of me, and I was just following and believing her. So they had it good with her, but when they start gaslighting me, now it's like arguing. Now it's like just like she's saying that it's like I gotta record everything she says. Just morning was horrible, but I gotta record everything, every conversation. But they blindsided me on a record. It's like I gotta program it in. Like if you wanna ask for the car to go to the gym, now now it's like it's always something, always therapy, always I gotta do this and do this and do this. But before, even all the time, even when I had my car before my accident, she had none of this. Not all of a sudden. See what happened is she's playing the gaslight American leg problems, right? My leg, like, see, now her leg hurting now. The same, was it the same leg or the opposite leg? But it's one of her legs, and now her leg hurting. Oh, I gotta go to therapy. It's a lie. Cause see, before all this happened, her leg was just fine. She's moving all around. She started mimicking me. They had her mimicking me the way how I was going up the stairs, and she was just mimicking the way how I was acting. And she looked damn stupid. And it was meant to make me look bad, well, make me feel bad. And and now and now I just see that what is that I can get the car, just that they're gonna put me through hell on getting it through lies. I think I pay attention to what she said. And what they're doing is they're making you look bad by killing your train of thought and stop and suppressing certain memories. For example, you don't need the car in the morning, but she wants to give you the car in the morning. But when you want it around the right time, it's always something you gotta do. It's like the initial agreement was really simple, but now since that you're going through it, now she's coming up with all type of excuses, and now I gotta record it, keep recording extra, and put it in a video, man, because what she's doing, she's playing this wolf role, and in this wolf role, she basically she's basically how can I say she's basically just insidious. Everything coming out of her mouth is considered a lie because she's lying. And then when you catch on to her and nothing ain't working, she come trying to give you a gift. Some cheap body wash, some some type of let's see, how can I say? if it's just deodorant or is it cologne, it would be something, it would just be something, um, that you probably would want that you probably ain't have, but it would be on a small level, but it's something that you would have. I mean, something that you would want to have, right? And that's the whole psychological game. And, for example, she's trying to give me this beat up red hoodie. I'm like, I don't want that. Some jogger that looked like it came off, some sweaty dude been wearing it for like forever. And and I'm like, wow. Then the zip up kind. I don't really like zip up hoodies. I like the overheads. And I like wearing my red hoodie, and now she playing the wolf. But it's prophecy though. If you compare your life to prophecy as a targeted individual, you see similarities, and you got to keep pushing. And in the Bible, speaking of gang stalking, just things happen when you gang stalk. You seeing your family clan, the family abandon you, the family forsaking you due to the fact out of fear. Um, Come to find out, there's more racism than I thought. Cause see, understand, I was exposed to racism, but I took it as a joke because it was on a small level. And then the way how I carry myself, and then I got that light inside me. The light, officers always let me go. You can say I had more trouble out of black officers than white officers. I mean, honestly, like when I think about it, really think about it. I mean, a white officer put me over for speeding back in my teenage years, but I really was speeding. So, it was on the highway, so I couldn't trip about that. That was something different. And other than that, an incident with a white officer in Mississippi, due to the fact it wasn't even much my fault. And then think about it, the officer that caught me speeding, it like I had two tickets around that time. White officers caught me speeding, but it was always doing something that wasn't for me. You know, and, that's crazy. They were just doing something that wasn't for me. That's crazy. And the one I was pulled over in Mississippi, um, officer had had searched my car and everything due to the fact that the driver lied to me and one of my good friends at the time that he had a driver license, and I only trusted him due to the fact that this guy trusted him because of this guy had a nicer car than me. Then he let this man drive, and he's sitting on like 26 at the time on the Chevy, so like he had a nicer car. So now when you see this person didn't even have no license, then he goes to jail. I get let go because I'm legit, and that's crazy. I was legit, and I said that's crazy. No, I said that was crazy that I was legit. Then like a few months later, I became unlegit. Like the insurance had collapsed, and which I'm in college at the time, and the thing about it was that I didn't even get pulled over for nothing. No, for nothing. Rolled like that for a while until my altercation with a black cop, in which he just pulled me over due to the fact that my passenger driver eyeballing him. I'm like, what the heck you doing, man? And then he sees no brake tag, then see the Georgia plates, and then and it looks suspect, but and wound up spending a night in jail. Not a night, just a few hours. And my last time going to jail, which was February. Was that in February? Was it February or January 2019? And I mean, this lady, bruh, go tell me something that happened over 11 years ago, and this is gang stalking. Oh, remember when you said you'll never be back here? I said, I know you. I used to work here. After that, I got put over what that was like 10, 2010. So it's like, yeah, so like 9 years. I worked there for like five, no, I said five, like about 3 years, a little bit over 3 years. Even working on your computer, and you go tell me something like that. I'm like, and there's supposed to be something to make me mad, cause she looking all curious and shit. She looking all like eyeballing, like looking like who am I? You know. And remember when you say that you would never be back here? I'm like, first of all, how do you even remember that? And first of all, I don't even think I even told her that. But when you think about it, it's them. It was something. Now, when I put it in a tense, now I gotta compare this with my grandmother. Now, they were speaking through her, telling me that. Oh, remember when you said you would never be back here? Yes, I would never be back here on my um on my own. I basically was put here due to the fact of a legal procedure. A legal procedure, and I was here put into a legal procedure, but I didn't sign a ticket because he should not have pulled me over in the first place. You pulled me over for turning at a light that's green, but the green arrow wasn't on, but the light wasn't red, so I still could go. That's the most messed up part. And then they go sit there, and that's why when it's over with, I can still open up that lawsuit for that, man, because that's messed up. And then they want to dismiss it real quick in court. Basically, like when a light it's like you have a green light, the yellow light, then the red light was for all three lanes. The third lane was for turning. Now the light, the green arrow just comes on just for to stop the traffic on the opposite side, so you could go. But when the green arrow is off, you still could go, but you gotta be cautious of the traffic that's coming towards you. Or towards you, but coming from, on the opposite side, but it's coming towards you, so you find a gap, then you go. When the officer came behind me and pulled me over for that. So, I made a legal turn. The light wasn't green, but it sure wasn't red. I didn't sign the ticket, and I wound up going to jail for a few hours. Then said, "Oh, remember you would never say you'll be here." And I'm like, "Well, remember when you said I will beg you? Now I'm saying this. Now remember when you said, oh, I'm gonna beg you for mercy. Now you begging me for mercy. This is how it is. When you strong, when you strong, this how it is. No matter what they doing, they could use all type of blindside stuff. They could use what I mean is that like blinding your thoughts to certain thoughts to think about. They could do all that, but at the same time, you ain't giving in. Guess what? Time passing, right? But they gonna use the time. See, there's two sides to this. It's your battle versus them. It's not God versus no damn Satan. It's you versus this idiot. He would call you an idiot, so it's idiot versus idiot, right? So He could say, oh yeah, but we keeping you in here. But I'm saying that you got all this mind control, and I ain't giving in. Only thing you did doing is just basically lying, cheating, and stealing. Yay! You got all this technology. Yay! And it really makes these people look pathetic. And now they're gonna sit here and want to say, oh, but we holding you. Okay. And you have the power to hold me. And I got the power to sit here and use the tongue like Jesus said. Use your tongue. But see, they want to sit here and want to lighten it up. Saying Jesus said don't curse or stuff like no, the white man told you that so you could be soft. And then they go do it behind closed doors. No, I'd rather do it. I'd rather not hide anything. Why you hiding stuff for? You hiding stuff because you're a serious person. Don't hide it. Because you always lose in the end. What you scared from? So, yeah, like, I'm disrespecting, them. But I'm like, what do you expect from somebody who getting beat down? What do you expect? Only thing you're showing me is that you were bent over and, and you don't got no fight. That's all they're telling me, that the people who's being used and orchestrating this against the targeted person can't hang. So if you can't hang, you can't expect for somebody to sit here and respect you, even though you sitting here just doing all type of stuff to try and get them to submit. See, and that's why I say it's two sides. See, they want to use people, like people say, this is just how it is. No, you program that way. You could change your outcome, because the outcome already. See, you got two predetermined outcomes. Jesus said you already won. And think of Jesus as yourself. So you already won. Now you got them, their version of it, like, oh, we got all this, we could attack the mind. You already lost. We just gotta show the world. So this is what it is. You already won. You gotta show the world. And they gotta say, oh, you already lost. We gotta show the world. And that's the size of being targeted, right? And then, but what they're gonna do is that they're gonna use any and everybody about it. And the thing about it is that no matter what happens, pay attention to what they're saying. Even though you're gonna miss a lot of things, but you're gonna catch the crucial parts on what they're trying to do to you, for it's like manipulate you into doing actions and saying things to the wrong people. What I mean by that is to the doctors, to the police officers, to those right there who could actually put you in physical environment changes. It don't matter what you say on these videos. It don't matter, because who paying attention? See, the people who sitting there who saying, oh yeah, you know what we could do with this or do with this, because you're in on it. Now picture it to a person who's not in on it. See, when you in on it, you wanna see it's already programmed in you that, oh, we could use it this way, this way, this way. But how you gonna use it in this way? See, you're gonna have to sit there and not just dig, but in order to make it presentable evidence, you're gonna have to dig, and look. And then it will be like so much in question. How did you get this? Where did this? It's like it becomes, especially for court, it becomes like dismissible. It just makes you look bad. And that's also what we got to pay attention to. It just makes you look bad. But see, the thing about it is that people could question you what you're saying, like on a video, but personally, they but when they see you interact face to face, is different. So they're gonna want to try to focus on something to trigger you. And like I said, I'm on focusing on something that you're saying, like on a video would trigger you, but at the same time is this. Um, I felt that I I'm bitten. I felt that way. I don't feel that way no more. Yeah. So now drop it. Now picture this. What are you gonna say? Oh, I'm gonna want to talk about this video. Now you cancel that video. Now guess what? What they have, you gonna make them go switch on something else, and then they were trying to hold you down until you talk about the video. And that's how it is. That's what if you don't talk about it, they don't got nothing. But they're gonna sit there and trying to force you a psychological game. Or no, well, we can't handle this or give you this until you talk about this. And then now it's a patience game. Who got the most patience? Then when you realize that you're questioning me and who did I hurt and why do you have it, you start more questions start opening up, and then you realize that if there's no physical evidence for us, like you actually doing something, it becomes irrelevant, and then the doctor look bad in the long run. So yeah, dude. But this is just me just venting, and like I said, this is for talking to individual. But you realize that but this don't make you a crazy or sane person. Just that it makes you. It makes, how can I say? I'm trying to sit here and say it's like it just makes you. Mm, it just and plus they killing my train of thought and everything on my train of thought. Um, See right there, they kill my train of thought trying to show me say, yeah, it do make you look like you're a crazy person, make it look like you don't know what you're talking about, and and damn, my train of thought has been killed because I couldn't find the words. I'm like when you freestyling, they'll kill train of thought and you don't have nothing to else to say. But that's that's really it, man. So this is what I'm going through. So hey, but I'm still living.